I was at home knitting when a thug suddenly appeared outside my door. He gestured at me, then pulled out a hammer. By the time he came in, I had already hidden. The ball of yarn on the floor caught his attention, and he slowly followed the thread. When he reached the stairs, he stopped. What I didn't expect was that he had an accomplice. He handed the hammer to his partner and had him scout ahead. They walked into my bedroom and saw the sweater on the floor. After searching with no results, they noticed the bathroom. The moment they pushed open the door, I ignited the disinfectant spray. I sprayed fire at his face like crazy. Then I quickly escaped from the bedroom. Unfortunately, I tripped and accidentally fell down the stairs. After briefly passing out, I knew running was useless, so I just played dead. He kicked me, and when he saw I didn't react, he prepared to carry me away. When he wasn't paying attention, I kicked him down. During my escape, the other thug blocked my path. I had no choice but to surrender. They kidnapped me, and I didn't know where they were taking me. Suddenly, a police car appeared at the intersection, then actually started chasing us. Turns out, this car was stolen by the thugs. The police car kept honking its siren, so they had to pull over. I pushed open the car door and escaped, while the thugs got out and opened fire on the officers. One officer was killed, and the other ran toward a nearby gas station. The officer didn't go inside. He was waiting for backup until he got shot in the leg and frantically hid in the convenience store. The officer helped me cut the ropes on my hands. Suddenly, the thugs cut the power. I told the officer to bandage his leg first, then I grabbed a bottle of lubricant from the shelf. I punctured the bottle and poured it all at the entrance. Then I found some glow sticks and threw one on the ground. I also grabbed 2 bags of ice and carefully walked into the back restroom. After opening the restroom door, I found the window was cracked, and sounds kept coming from the stall where the thug was hiding. I held my breath and waited quietly. Suddenly, gunshots came from outside as the other thug arrived at the convenience store. The thug in the restroom got startled and frantically shot at the restroom door. When he saw no movement, he gently pushed open the door, and I smashed the ice bags hard on him. At this moment, the other thug burst in, and the officer fired several shots, but the thug dodged them all. The thug picked up a reflective mirror, wanting to use it to find the officer's position, but what he didn't expect was that I was right behind him. I grabbed a shovel and knocked him down. I picked up the gun, saw he had stopped breathing, so I didn't shoot. I walked toward the officer who was losing too much blood, found some tape, and immediately bandaged his wound. What I didn't expect was that the thug from earlier wasn't dead and had escaped. Looking at the burger flyer on the ground, I realized I should go home to make breakfast for my daughter.